Recording in progress.
Watercooler. Ba-ba-ba-dow. Watercooler. Watercooler. Ba-ba-ba-dow. Hey! Welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Corolla digital buds of yesteryear. With me today, all the way in NoHo, CA, we're joined by Mr. Mike Dawson.
Big six to now, domino, motherfucker.
Took the words right. Caitlin, he took your intro, so you better think of something new now. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, like myself, it's Caitlin Bean.
What's going on?
That sucked, man.
Oh, I don't need to switch up my intro. It's classic. Yeah.
And then
Dawson switches it up every week.
And then
The classics are good.
He's
Classics
back.
are good.
We missed
Stick
him
with the
last
classics.
week, but he has made his triumphant return, and he has an amazing excuse. It's Mr. why he was gone that I didn't know about till 3 minutes ago. It's Mr. Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Matt, why did you miss the 7-banger? What the hell, man? Where were you?
You know, I'm glad you say it now because I was going to say one of my main complaints about last week's episode. No reference to the fact that last week's episode was the 7-banger.
Yeah, that's your
What
job.
the hell?
Well, we all knew it. Kaylin knew
Yeah.
it. Dawson
Did
wouldn't
you?
stop talking about it before the
Yeah.
episode. But then we're like, Matt's not here.
That was yeah.
It just
No,
wouldn't.
I got
force
a
it.
few other group texts going on besides ours, and I told all of them, dude, today is the 7-banger.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
fine because as far as I understand, after 769s, you might need an extra digit. So this is
Damn.
okay. This is okay.
It's
We're
the
making-
placement of that digit though that concerns me.
All right. So I was not here because I was at a concert.
You missed a momentous episode. Bro, like,
Well, hold on. I'm every week,
so.
I email you guys on Mondays and
Yes,
I
you do.
say, what's everybody's schedules this week? And
Yes,
I
you
said, I can go any day except for Wednesday. It's the one day that I can't go. And everybody else, there was some talk of Wednesday, there was some talk of Thursday. But you know what? I can't be the one to be like, you know what? It's got to be Thursday so that I can be here, even though Kalen can't be here.
You were
Like
pretty
I
selfless.
already did that to him during our dark night week. And as far as I know, Keelan has never forgiven me. He's never looked at me the same way. You know, we
It's
used to
tough.
exchange
It's tough.
texts and he's always like,
Radio silence.
yeah, exactly. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to tell you guys, go ahead, do a show without me, and I'll catch y'all next week.
It was pretty heroic of you.
okay,
Thank you.
I have the chain in front of me, Matt, and let me
Uh.
read how it went. Okay, guys, I'm unavailable Wednesday. This is Matt. I'm unavailable Wednesday, but I can do other nights. Let me know what works best. And basically, Gary says, I don't know for me. Kalen says, I can probably only swing Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
I said I'm good any night because that's how important the show is to me, especially for the 7-banger. Dawson says I'm probably good whenever. So it sounds like everybody is good for Thursday.
No.
And then Matt
This is some bullshit.
That is true. That is true.
I'm reading it right now.
That is true, Matt.
So
That's a
Hold
wrinkle.
on. No. I'm reading it right now. I'm also reading it right now. And Chris said, you did not read your proper email, my friend.
Okay.
What Chris
This
said.
again.
sorry. No, because
Hold on.
Chris
No.
does this. Chris has
No.
selective memory
You
a
brought
lot
this
of
up.
times. He reads selective emails.
You're
Yes.
right.
I was not going to read this. But you know what Kalen said?
And I clicked it, and it said, but Thursday.
That's
my
fucking
bad.
right, dude. That's fucking right.
Okay, so it was
So
just,
you know what?
it was all 4 of you versus 3, and Matt's like, you guys go Wednesday.
No. Chris, we need you as our leader. You are the one who is supposed to be on every episode.
And then, okay, well, here's the private chat with me and Matt.
No, not real. Already not real. We don't have a private
Putting it up
chat
right now.
No,
This is
it's
just
not real.
Me and Matt.
You mean just your texts?
Yeah, it starts off with Matt sending me, another failed Wordle again. And I write, it's okay, buddy. You'll get it eventually. Hang in there.
What are the dates on that?
This is last week, so this is
May
12th.
8th. I'm looking at a text. Our
This
last text
This
was
is the 12th.
3 weeks ago.
Oh, another failed Wordle again. It's okay, Matt. You'll get it. But Chris, I haven't gotten a Wordle right in over 8 months.
Oh my God.
I don't know
This
what
is
to
so
do.
Fake.
And then I said, Matt, it's okay. You got this, buddy. Just keep
Yeah.
reading. And you said, you're right. And then you said, hey, about the water cooler, I'm gonna
Yeah.
miss it. And I said, but it's the 7-banger. Matt,
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't give an F about those
Oh
a-holes.
my God.
Wow.
All right. This is probably not the right time to bring this up, but
Yeah.
I cannot be here next week. I can't do any days. I'm not available next week for reals. I'm sorry. I won't be here. But I love you guys.
Why?
And I listen. I'll listen
Why?
because my mother-in-law's in town.
Oh. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We haven't seen her since our wedding 9 years ago.
Okay.
So
that deserves a,
That makes it better.
a 7-day hang.
And she lives in Sweden.
South Africa.
Close.
Oh shit!
Starts with the same
And
letter.
she's gonna come to Texas.
She is coming.
Yeah,
to
the weather
Texas.
might be the same.
It's absolutely. You know, that's the thing, Dawson. If this woman complains about how hot it is in
Yeah.
Texas,
Yeah.
I'll know that it's hotter than Africa.
Yeah, and there's also lots of poisonous and venomous things that can hurt you there too.
Dude, I have them in my backyard, man. We
Creatures.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Larry Miller was sitting with me one day, and he goes, a lot of people come up to me and they just go, it's cold here, but I bet it's not cold for you because you're in New York. You're from New York. And then he looks at me and goes, I get pretty freaking cold here, man. I don't think, like, it's all relative. Like, so if she says it's hot there, I still think South Africa is going to be a little bit hotter. So I'm just saying, don't take the comparison. You know, like, it's like, people from Minnesota who come out here in the winter, like, oh, I bet it's shorts weather for you. Like, no, they're still cold.
Yeah.
They're still cold sometimes. But anyway, Matt, so you missed a 7-banger to go to a concert.
I did. It was a
What
great
concert? What concert?
It is a band called Empire of the Sun. They're like an electronic
I've actually heard of that
pop
one.
band. They've been
that's-
around for a while, and they fucking cook, man. It was amazing.
How
We had
big a
great
venue?
time. I would say it is a little bit smaller than the Greek. It's like
Okay.
an outdoor amphitheater.
Like 1,200 type.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that because they had like a big lawn in the back that you could. It's like standing room only kind of a place.
Yeah.
We had some nice seats a little bit closer.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a really great show. It's interesting because the band is really comprised of 2 guys primarily, and I've seen them live before, probably 8 years ago, and it was both guys. But now it's only one of the guys that's on tour. The band is still together, but I think the dude who's just kind of more of a DJ producer kind of guy, as opposed to like super flamboyant singer kind of guy, the other guy's like, I don't think I need to be on tour with you. You can go ahead and do your thing. Just play my music. And so that's what they do. But I'll tell you, it did not miss a beat.
So you got to see half a band.
Yeah, well, that guy who performs has a full band that plays on stage. So it's got, drummer and multiple guitar players, a bass player. So you're seeing a live music performance, but there's definitely a lot of electronic stuff going on too.
I'm glad you bring
crazy visualizers. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I bet all those kinds of bands in those shows have like
I think you added a few syllables
Visualizer? You
to
never heard?
visuals.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
but that's
Visualizer,
okay.
like it's like the big.
it's the thing that makes the visuals.
screen.
It makes the visuals, Dawson.
It
It's a
makes the
visualizer.
visualers' eyes.
Yeah. Okay, you
Visualizers? Am I
could
making
say
that up?
it's basically saying, instead of saying, oh, it had really great sound, you're saying, oh, it had really great sound guys. Like they're the ones. They're the ones.
Right, the
that-
visualizers, the
visualizers.
dreamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones
Yeah.
making it happen, and Matt just
Right.
tipping his cap to them. Now,
So you were cheering for the guy behind the guy,
That's right.
and
the guy
that's
who
how
stayed
Matt-
home.
That's-
Really
Exactly.
that's
got
what
all that
happens.
applause. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we're talking about music because we do have an aficionado here, and I want to
Kaylin.
get your thoughts. Yeah. So, Kaylin, what do you think? This was a phenomenon. I'd say it's been around for a long time. It's, pretty hot in the '90s, maybe the early 2000s.
Okay.
Kaylin wasn't
We're
born
getting
yet.
there for me.
This is Kaylin's bread and butter here.
Mm-hmm.
The DJ with the turntables in a rock band.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, you do. It's a cool.
I
vibe.
like that move. It's a cool vibe. I've never seen it, I don't think, but I like it. I think that's a cool move.
Didn't Lincoln Park have that?
Lincoln Park did it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it was done well.
I realize.
was
Hold
awesome.
on.
When it was done well, it was done well. It was pleasing.
Back in the day, on Apple Music, when it was just called iTunes, you could play a song, and then you could turn on the visualizer.
Oh shit!
And it would be like a laser light show, basically like a screensaver.
Winamp.
Yeah, like Winamp, and it would kind of move along with the beats of the music. So I'm realizing now that's why I still call it a visualizer, even though you're right, Dawson. It was just visuals. But in my mind, it's like a giant screensaver happening behind the band, and that will always be a visualizer to me.
Right.
Matt, you just can't help yourself. I saved you. I knew where you got it from. You want to know why they call it the visualizer? Because it's like the equalizer for your eyes. Right? So you have the equalizer and you have the
Denzel
visualizer.
Washington.
Yeah, dude, it's just like that.
Yeah. Oh, equalizer for your eyes. Is that the one where he's blind? Did I spoil that?
That's Book of
That's
Eli.
the Book of Eli.
And you did spoil
Chris,
it.
Chris, I don't know, man. Equalizer for your eyes is making me think way too hard. I think you're trying to combine. I just can't. There is no equalizer for your eyes.
Well, you should get one for your brain, though.
Oh,
Yeah, you should.
Good. An equalizer for your brain, for your mind.
I guess if you're in Photoshop and you are adjusting the hue of a picture or on your iPhone,
Oh, now
I
he's
guess
talking-
that's an equalizer for your eyes.
Look at him talking about Instagram.
So
filters.
there
If you wanna
there
talk
is. I just had to think it
You
through.
want to talk color correction? You're
Just
right.
had to think it through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you know when when you're done with your audio track, DOS, and then you
Mm-hmm.
send it off to get it mastered, and they just do all these little tweaks, but it makes
Right.
it sound exponentially more awesome. That's
Right.
color correction in the video world. Matt knows all about it. You send you after you're done, you don't have to send it off even. People are pretty good at it, and you just take the log footage. It looks pretty flat. Add some color. Shit pops. Boom.
Color
bing,
correction is
bong.
pretty racist, though, isn't it?
Why do you have to do that here, man? Why are you doing this on the show?
I
You know,
do. This is
can't
where I
help
workshop.
You had
This
to
is
add a little something
you
to
guys-
the
This is
equalizer
where I
color
work.
correction
You guys,
hot talk
this
we're
is-
getting into right now.
yes, I like that. I like that. Didn't get that much of a response, so I may not turn it around. But I went up and did 80% new material the other night, and a lot of it, I first told the jokes here, and a few of you guys laughed. So
how'd it go?
I actually fucking went incredible. It was one of the best sets, especially because it was all new stuff.
You're
See,
welcome.
we're the perfect audience to do this in front of because we'll always laugh 80% less than strangers will. You know,
Right. If
we're-
I can
we're
just
gonna
get
give
you
a
guys
harder
to
time.
fuck, if I can get Kalen to chuckle,
You know it's going to be good.
I know it's all okay.
Yeah.
We're on the right path.
Kalen
But-
is a good meter for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But you're right. Lincoln Park did the DJ in the band.
Lincoln Park did it well, dude. I really like that band.
Yeah. Well, speaking of bands, so I did have a band who was ready
Kid
to play.
Rock did it, right?
Oh, Kid Rock. Kid Rock is
Started it, didn't he?
Kid Rock is actually
I guess the
an-
Beastie Boys might have.
Beastie
I don't
Boys. Kid Rock is actually a really impressive.
Well, they're, like, rap, right?
He scratches. You
Okay.
know, you're like Kalen. You know, if you walked up to two turntables and they're both
And a
spinning
microphone.
and big speakers, all Kalen, I could already tell Kalen would want to just scratch the f out of those records.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
when you see a turntable, that's the first thing that goes to your
That's
mind.
what you
Like,
want
just
to-
you scratch it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually, I felt like it was kind of a sad day
yeah.
when they actually went from the turntables to just kind of the digital ones that all the DJs used to. I don't know. It felt like, what a bummer. I guess back then
Does-
it kind of seemed like they were doing a little more. Now it's, everyone's EDMs are just pressing a button. It's like,
I think it's a generational thing, though, wanting to scratch, because I look at my turntable and all I want to do is play a record. I don't want to fuck up my turntable.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. I know it's called scratching, but does it actually scratch
Dude,
the record?
it f's up your records.
Does it? Okay.
Oh yeah, like if you did that at your friend's house, you just saw them playing a thing, you just start scratching.
Hold on, let me do this.
Oh guys, check this out.
so does that mean
yeah,
that like
they do
back
pretty
in the
bummed.
day when they were doing that a lot, the live DJ or whatever would have to get new records for every time like he
Great
was
question.
playing?
You know, I'm not the guy to ask.
No, I think there's enough parts of that song that they are sampling in at the time. It's usually just a beat, and there are a bunch of those beats, and they can grab, they can find that beat 2 minutes later on the record. So there's no need to go out and replace the record because you burnt a 5-second part.
Yeah.
No, it's all over the place.
Yeah. Well, anyway, also, I was thinking of a band that's been split up, kind of what Matt was saying. Third Eye Blind did that in the sense that Stephen Jenkins, amazing songwriter, masterful. The self-titled album is Chef's Kiss, borderline perfect, if not. Terrible live. Guy cannot sing.
That's what I've always heard. I've always been afraid to see them for that very reason.
Oh, they just go online and watch any video, and
Really?
I challenge you to find one good version of Semi Charmed live.
Damn.
Really?
Live. Now,
It's one of my karaoke jams.
I appreciate that because there's a lot of lyrics in that. So
It's
props.
a song about meth.
You're winning your way back from missing the 7-banger. You're not fully there yet, Matt, but you're getting close real fast.
All right.
Biker Crank, specifically Rose, which was pink.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: the
He took it through his
guitarist,
nose.
the guitarist, and Stephen Jenkins, the singer, they both like wrote the songs or worked on the songs together. They got into it and they split up, and the guitarist formed like a Third Eye Blind cover band. I forget what they're called, like X something, like
Third Eye
X.
Sight.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Just to really stick it to the
Really-
band
yeah.
members.
Is that true?
No.
Okay, 'cause that's
I
totally
don't-
believable. That's totally believable, dude.
but what I heard was they were actually a lot better than Third Eye Blind. So
Because they got a singer.
Who would you rather see? The actual Third Eye Blind with Stephen Jenkins singing and it's not sounding as good, or their guitarist who started a separate band playing the same songs, but it's not Stephen Jenkins singing?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, and they're
That's
not called
hard.
Third Eye Blind.
You know, I don't.
I see,
know,
I would go for
I
the-
don't know rock band etiquette or music very well at all, but doesn't that seem like kind of a bitch move to like be like, I'm gonna go fucking just do everything we did on my own now, instead of being like, hey, I'm gonna go just do my own stuff and like make my own stuff instead of I'm just gonna do everything we did but on my own instead. Right?
You know how hard it is, Kalen.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very hard, but like
You get
wanna be
a,
like, hey,
a
I wanna
couple of
make
fucking
my
hit
own new
songs.
stuff now instead of just our
Yeah.
Sure.
right.
Speaking of,
Sure.
I find this an opportune time to mention that I'm starting my own podcast, and
Nice.
I'm going to be going solo.
Nice.
Do my own
Resume?
thing.
Fucking been there, done that, bro.
Been there, done that. We're on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. But anyway, just something I'm thinking about. So if people are interested in that, let me know. Let me know.
Don't
See, in the
respond to that,
case-
people.
Let me know.
In the
I
case,
This is what you guys want, right?
you
As
guys
long
are
as you're
familiar.
doing your own unique thing and you don't have just 4 of your other buddies talking the same shit, then
I'm good
then
any
okay,
night.
then that would be an original thing.
I'm good
Whether
at
you
that.
can recall one of their songs or
fly,
not,
Chris.
all of you guys are familiar with Ambrosia. Now, Ambrosia,
It's a salad,
the
right?
band, yeah.
Dawson's doing
They
his
did.
part. I've heard this bit.
You're
Dawson.
the only woman that I'm dreaming of. You're the only woman. That one. They did. Why can't I think of any more? Fuck. But if it's soft rock, dude, light rock with less talk, it's Ambrosia. Anyway, the band owns the name. The singer has to tour as David Pack. And in that case, I'm going to see David Pack because I want the guy who sings all of the Ambrosia songs. You know,
Yeah, that makes sense. I just see.
but because I know he can also still perform.
Well, I guess the
Now,
big,
if his voice was all fucking cracky and shit and he didn't give a good performance, that's a really hard question, dude. I really
think
don't know who
I-
to support in
I-
that case. It's a moral conundrum.
I can help you out here. What you do is you find out who of the two acts has the better visualizer, and you go to that one, obviously,
Good.
because that's you're gonna have a
Makes
good time. You could even miss the 8-banger if you want, because I guess that's what we're doing now.
All right.
It's just missing milestone episodes to go see good visualizers.
Oh, yeah, Gary's not here, but he's probably going to be
And
here
half
later.
a band.
Is Gary even still on this show?
Yeah,
I mean,
he is. All right.
I didn't even intro him. Oh, man.
He works for Mark Garrigus, who last week, if I could speak on his behalf, not Garrigus, but Gary, last week the Menendez brothers had some big, some turnover, instead of being life in prison, now there might be a chance of parole. And poor Gary is working like 7 fucking full-time jobs, including having to like help Mark for any sort of media appearance he does. And if I'm not mistaken, after that Menendez Brothers thing, Mark was like, I'm going to do every media appearance I can. And poor Gary has to drop everything to be a part of that.
I've seen him everywhere lately with the PD trial going on. Garagos, I can't turn on the TV.
He still really wants to be here.
Garagos.
He should be. He will hopefully be on the Patreon show.
I heard he'll be on the Patreon show.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So he'll make his comeback, his triumphant return, and I will give him shit on Patreon for missing said show. But really, I'm more mad about Matt. Matt, he's the one that pulls the "This is how you remind me" clips.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
really he's the archive of this show. He's the one he's Melissa Joan Hart and Can't Hardly Wait. He's all about the
good
memories.
reference.
I'm trying to be timely here, Mr. Empire of the Sun. Sorry.
Hey, they have a new album. All right.
I have heard of that band. I have heard of them.
To me, I always think, when I think of Empire of the Sun, I think of a Corolla-ism, which is when a band has so much visual element going on, like they're trying to distract you from the fact that they're not very good at what they do. Like that's sort of his general stereotype of that kind of music. And so I know it's a band that Corolla would absolutely dread. But in this scenario, I do think that they're all very talented musicians and songwriters, and they are playing real music, but there is a huge visualizer happening around the performance that I could see why people would think these guys are just like putting on a show. But I do happen to love a lot of their music, so. But I'm not sure if it's quite your speed, Doss.
No.
I think
It
you
was
might
a
like
Bruce
a couple
Willis
singles,
movie
but-
too, right? Empire of the Sun. That was a Bruce
Christian
Willis
Bale.
movie.
Christian Bale.
Christian
that's
Bale.
Die Hard. Oh yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So
Die Hard. I'm thinking of Die Hard.
Emperor.
Not Yakatomi.
Classic mistake.
Yakatomi Plaza.
Classic,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
happens all the time.
All been there.
Got it.
Kalen actually thought Die Hard earlier too. He just didn't say anything. So, speaking of playing music and having all these cool visuals and visualizers to distract the audience, I have seen Avicii live. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Wow, look at you.
I've seen Avicii live.
You got one up on me. I don't think I ever. Oh wait, no, I think I saw Swedish House Mafia one time. She was a part of it.
Yeah.
I went
They're
to
awesome.
he headlined K Rock's almost acoustic Weenie Roast in like 2014, and yeah, so it was just kind of weird. Like they closed out with a DJ because this is like a rock radio station, a well-known rock radio station out here. But watched them, and man, he needed those visuals hard because he went like it was at spinning stages, was going from rock band to rock band, and then just one guy, LED screen in front of his laptop, huge LEDs behind him, smoke, cannon shooting confetti, like every good visualizer you could think of, lasers.
Oh,
and just-
EDM's got the best visual.
It really does.
That's,
Like,
yeah, you
I mean-
can't. No other genres competing with that.
I can see
To the
why
point where,
Insomniac
as
never
much as I
slapped.
love EDM, kind of need the visualizers for it when you're there too.
It's
kind
not
of,
just something you just want to listen to like while you're mowing the lawn or anything.
It just makes it so much. Well, I mean, I do, but
Yeah, you would.
yeah, it just makes it so much better.
Yeah.
It's the drugs, Kalen. Let's
I
be
mean,
honest. It's
those
the
help
drugs.
too, but
Yeah.
yeah, those drugs are fun.
I know. We got, dude. Have you ever found Insomniac yet? I mean, we've gone through 7 bangers already, and I'm getting worried about him. I would
Yeah,
love to
I
interview him. I'd love to
thought,
talk
you
to
know-
him about his rave days.
He might have popped in a little bit at that Kygo concert that we attended recently. There might have been a little Insomniac breaking out there when those mushrooms were kicking in, but
Ho!
since then, no, I have not seen him around.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him. All right, so I just went golfing over the weekend.
Shocking.
And I mean, Gary could provide some insight on this too, but I guess I need your guys' help with. I go out in the morning. It's like a 4.5 on a weekend, almost 5-hour round.
How
endeavor.
early do you go? What's like the? Is that like you got to wake up super early for that?
You
type of deal?
can. My particular tee time, TEE, Kalen, 8:35.
Keelan's family's from England.
I know.
so-
That's why I had to. I had to explain it to him. I know the first thing he thought. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Earl Grey.
Ooh,
Keelan.
crumpets.
Yeah.
English breakfast. Come on.
English breakfast. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Right. Can I have beans with my eggs?
Kaylin's right back home. They're not from there. I don't know why I said it like that. So
I'm a citizen.
yes,
You really a dual citizen?
I'm a citizen. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Damn.
I was like, I'm gonna get dual citizenship so I could go anywhere in the EU. Got it? Boom, left the EU. Like that. Like a month after I got my passport, it was like, okay, Brexit, we're not part of the EU anymore. Bye.
yeah.
When you heard that, did you go, ew? Chris, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it.
I did.
I knew it was coming too before you even said it. Yeah.
Whenever Matt opens his mouth, I think it's coming. I'm like, oh God, what's happening right now? Anyway, so this particular was 8:35. I had gone to somewhere as early as 6:05 a.m. Kaylin, sure.
Wow.
But I get home, and it's a cliche, but it's also true. I mean, you're leaving the wife to watch the kid all morning, all the way to like nap, right? First shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You owe her.
it becomes a thing.
You gotta do something.
You come home, you got a few beers in you. You just hung out with the boys,
You can't just sit on the couch and watch The Dark Knight. You gotta fucking
right? And
gotta-
but the only thing that I want to do when I get home from a hard-fought round with my boys, throwing back beers and fireball shots.
At 6:05 in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
8:35, Matt. Okay.
Gary,
Pay attention.
Gary would understand, and Dawson actually would probably agree with me. Like nothing better than starting the day off with a Coors Latte. The first thing.
Yeah, man.
Dawson,
now
write
I'm in,
that
dude.
down, dude.
I'm-
That's
you know
good.
what, Chris?
That's good.
My shoes are off, bro.
See, Dawson knows. I know they are. See, Dawson's
golfing.
kicking them off right now, taking practice swings. The first thing I want to do when I cross the threshold of my home is I look at my
Nap.
wife, and I go, I need a nap.
Yeah.
I need a nap.
Fast. Yeah.
And she is, of course, going, F no. Watch the kid, all you now. And it is so hard to keep my eyes open during this point.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
and yeah, so if there's any like I'm drinking coffee, I'm taking laps, I'm doing push-ups, I'm trying to get the blood flowing here.
That's good. That's good. Jumping jacks,
Jumping
5-hour
jacks,
energy.
cherry pickers,
Cold
know,
water on your face and head.
yoga.
It's not the best advice because it's not going to happen for about another year and a half or two. But once Benny, hits that kind of 2.5, 3-year-old, then you can actually time out the naps with when you're coming home from the golf. You guys can nap together. It's one of my favorite activities, napping with my kids. But right now, it's probably a little bit more all over the place.
It is. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can't do that. So it's just like I don't know how I can get my nap. How do I get my post golf nap? So
you can't get it.
there has to be a way.
No.
Yeah, no, Kaylin's
You know what you do?
Kaylin's
You,
route is the only way, Chris. This is you can
You wait it out.
just tell Jenny, look, I'm gonna go golf. Just fucking keep Benny awake, please. And then when you get
Only other option is to invite people over to watch your kid for you. You're like, hey, you guys want to come hang out? I got all
Gary.
these Coors Lattes left over. They
Gary's
come
got a
over.
lot of free
Hey,
time.
I'm just gonna run in my room for a minute. I'll be right back, and then, I fell asleep. Sorry, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Just trick someone else into watching.
And also the thing about golf is you get the weirdest tan lines. I have the craziest farmer's tan right now.
Yeah.
It's quite intense. It's quite
You know what you need to get, Chris? You need to get a pair of Oakleys so you can get that tan.
the sunglasses
Yeah.
tan, the
Yeah.
Oakley sunglasses tan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a sunglasses guy. I never got into it, but I have a big old farmer's tan, and I don't know why that's not desirable these days. Why do I have to worry about it?
You shouldn't.
It shows that you're out working.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
But you're golfing.
gout was traditionally the rich person's disease
Mm-hmm.
because they're the ones eating the good, rich, purine filled meats.
Listen, everyone says it. Farmers' tans are in and gout is out.
That's what I'm talking about. Matt opens his mouth and it just
That is the word on the street.
Ew.
I heard people talking about this in the elevator the other day.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, one thing that could help me is surfing, which I know Kaylin's been doing.
I did it today.
You're out there in the green room hanging out,
Hanging loose.
hanging loose, hanging 10.
Did you go to Long
hanging
Beach?
I was trying. I went to Bolsa Chica, actually, our old stomping
dude.
ground back there,
Yeah.
World Championship Avocado Fest. Yeah, I went down there, and you guys remember when I got really into it last year? So I got a couple classes in, and like 2 weekends ago, we busted out like the kiddie pool for the girls and all their water toys and stuff, and we filled up the big blue, kiddie pool full of water, and I threw my boogie board in there to play with, and my daughter got on it and had like the time of her life. Like, she was having so much fun, like pretending she was surfing, getting on it, and like balancing. She wanted to do it again the next day, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I gotta do this, because one of my worst qualities is being like, I'm gonna get into this thing, and I'm all about it, and then I just don't do it, and then I'm like, God damn it, why didn't I do that? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna learn surfing. I'm gonna get good at it, and then years down the road, I'll be able to teach my daughter. So I fucking went out, bought a surfboard on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out OfferUp. Great app for buying stuff like that.
Shout
I've bought
out
and sold a lot of
OfferUp.
snowboarding gear on OfferUp. Pretty solid. Met a guy I was down here in Long Beach. He sold me an 8-foot foam board, a Foamy. And I was like, okay, this seems like the kind of thing that I was practicing on before. Fucking went out there today, jumped on it, and it was not. It was a lot thinner and lighter than the other one, and I fucking just... I didn't do well.
You couldn't ride the Foamy?
I couldn't ride the Foamy at all. I
Matt,
didn't
do you have
is
anything
that-
to say about
time.
Foamies?
I actually do. I'm a little curious. Are we suggesting that you named the board Foamy?
No, they're called
Okay.
Foamies. That's
Okay.
That's
Does it have a name?
you know what? I have not named it yet.
Well, maybe that's why it doesn't respect you, Kaylin.
That's true. You have.
Based on today's performance, it does not respect me.
It
one
needs a
bit.
name. Stop calling it
Oh.
it.
I got fucked up today.
Wait, so Kaylin, did you expect to just go buy a Foamy from some guy in OfferUp, an 8-foot Foamy, take it out to the Pacific Ocean, and just expect to just be cruising, riding waves all day?
No, but I did expect to at least be able to stand up on it or almost stand up on it one time. I took the 2 lessons last year, and the first lesson I got up, and I was doing pretty decent. The second lesson, the waves were they just kicked my ass. But I was expecting to like, okay, I can do this. I can at least kind of stand up, and I didn't even come close. But I made a friend, so that was cool.
Tell me about this friend.
His name's Josh.
How'd you meet him?
We were both surfing, kind of at the same. Like
Were
we
you
could
both-
both tell each of us sucked, but we were far enough away to where we weren't talking, but we were kind of eyeing each other, like, oh yeah, you suck too. Oh yeah, we both suck. Okay, and then we both left.
So you met this guy because you were both talking about. You're like, you suck, and he's like, do you suck too?
We were telepathically telling each other that we
You
were
just
the
kinda
only two
felt
out
it?
there. Yeah.
Were you
I
both
mean,
just doing that thing, sitting and straddling the board in the ocean?
Dude, I couldn't even fucking straddle it. I kept falling off. I couldn't even get up to the sit part. I was standing up with the board kind of at my chest, and when one would come by, I'd jump on the board and try and get up. I couldn't even handle the sit on this Foamy. It's yeah,
Well,
I'm good.
Don't let your daughter see that, man. I'm just like that's my first tip here. You can't. No, I'm just kidding. Props that you're even getting out there, dude. And I mean, it was a beautiful day today.
It was very nice.
I'm pumped that you're doing that. So keep us updated on the surf. If anybody's any surf tips for Kaylin,
Yeah, I could use them.
drop them in the chat below.
Yeah.
Name your board, dude. It's the best advice I can offer.
Yeah. Well, actually, Gary's here now. Hey, Gary.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Gary?
Hey, brother.
Just popped in. By the way, Gary, Matt missed the 7-banger. I'm pretty upset about it.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. I missed it too, so I can't
Oh,
really
that's right.
throw too much shade.
Oh,
But
I forgot that. Yeah. I was more.
What concert did you go to?
the Blink 180 True Show, actually.
Dang, Gary's coming in hot. All right. Well, Kaylin, as I said, keep the surfing up. I'm glad you're doing it, and
I'll keep you updated.
yeah, you're gonna ride a full wave with that Foamy. I'm sure of it, and then take your daughter out so she can.
She's got to learn how to swim first, so it's.
Oh, she doesn't know how to swim. Yeah,
She doesn't know how to
should
swim.
learn
yet.
that
No,
first.
she needs to learn how to swim. Yeah.
Learn, and then
We're gonna get
yeah.
on that this summer.
And then you guys can go out there and be groms together. All right. That's a surf lingo. I don't really know what it means. Doss probably does. I've never surfed in my life, and it's embarrassing that I'm in California and I live.
I went surfing twice. Once on a full moon at midnight in Isla Vista at Sands Beach, and
That
then
means without a
once-
beach.
Yeah, Sands Beach, right. And then once during an El Nino year, huge storm at Rincon and almost got killed.
Damn.
One good time, one bad time. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll bat 500. I'm out.
I think I tried surfing on my boogie board, which, you know, it's a foamy. What can you say? They're tough, you know? Right, Kellen?
No.
I just like being from California and saying that you've never, from Southern California even, and just going, yeah, I've never surfed. It's kind of embarrassing. It's like being
It's a badge,
it's
dude.
like being a Canadian. It's like,
It's a
oh yeah,
badge.
never had poutine. Never thought I'd try it. No, dude, they eat that's no maple syrup ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or poutine, dude. You know, what if you were Canadian and you never eaten poutine?
that too, man.
That might be the first example you could use.
I would think to do that too. All right, so we have comments here. I want to get into them, and then we have this how you remind me too. So let's. There's actually a specific comment that I want to address, so we're gonna hit this.
Now it's time for listener comment.
All right, and there are a few ways to leave us comments, right, Doss? You can either do it on Patreon or you can do it on Facebook in our Facebook group.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Okay.
there are a few different ways to contribute to the show.
Well, you were checking with me, and I just want to be. I mean, maybe there are 3 ways. I don't know.
You know, I've
You know?
you can also email.
Those are the 2 I'm aware of.
Yeah, Matt, or just give Gary a text. Matt's giving his phone number away.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are multiple ways to get a hold of us and find us. It's very easy. Anyway, so patreon.com/watercooler or go to facebook.com/group/boboboyarmy worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. Second one's free. So in the Facebook group, which, as I say, my favorite place on the net, love it there. There is a comment left by a guy in Australia, which I love.
Australia.
Did you guys see this?
No.
I don't think so.
So, Jack Off Remac.
Nice.
Totally said
Good.
that right. I'm
Starting strong.
almost
Starting strong.
positive I said that right. Jack Off Remac. He is from Down Under.
Down under.
And he writes in the comments, I've been listening from the beginning of the podcast. Again.
I've been listening from the beginning of the podcast.
I'm not going to do it. I don't want to ruin this comment with my awesome Australian accent. Although I am proud of how
That
I
was
just
pretty
did it
good,
earlier.
Doss.
Yeah. Oh, and Dawson
Thank
too. He says, I've been listening from the beginning of the podcast again. All the cornhole talk reminded me of the first time I ever heard of cornhole on the past episode in the picture. And he put a screenshot of one of the water cooler pictures. Show and tell, yard games, and delivery food from 2020. Okay, May of 2020. He said, I got my brother-in-law to build me a cornhole set, and it became a cultural sensation. I think he meant phenomenon, but it's fine.
That's what they say in Australia.
It is. You're right.
Australia.
Sorry.
It's a sensation.
Yeah, it's a different
It's a sensation.
colloquialisms. It became a cultural sensation here in Sydney amongst my friends, and we even started.
It was a Sydney-sation. Sydney-sation.
Oh, Jesus.
That's hard to do.
This is what I'm talking about, man. It became a cultural sensation here in Sydney amongst my friends. We even started an annual tournament here every 25th of April. Very Australian of you to say that date like that. In 3 years, it's grown to a picnic or party with 300 people. 48 husband and wife teams compete for the United Cup. 150 kilograms of meat, 750 bread rolls,
That's a lot.
20 kilograms of potato
no idea.
salad, 20 kilograms of salad, and a shitload of booze is consumed. This
All right,
year,
dude.
Go from the metric system to
Yeah.
a shitload.
Come on,
I mean,
dude.
that sounds right. That sounds right.
Stop with the kilograms. Fucking. We need to translate these
He's
comments.
from Sydney.
But no,
He's
no, no,
allowed
but-
to.
Come on, dude.
If you
I
can
don't, we,
measure
I,
it
we don't even know what a
shitload.
kilogram is.
You don't. Okay, I can guarantee you 150
The
kilograms.
100
of
grams. A gram to me is a sack of weed that has zero weight.
meat. Okay.
100 of those.
100
dude.
things with zero weight is one of their units of measurement. I don't understand it.
That's right.
Dude,
Jack
people
off.
get arrested all the
We-
time over there. They're just carrying hundreds of bags.
All right, jack off. we are going to need you to convert. And this just goes for anybody that's not in America. Please convert your
Please.
units
Thank
to
you.
Yeah, do the right
And
thing.
on all the emails.
properly.
Do
The
the
same
math
way
for
Matt
us.
translates the time because he's in Texas. It's the right thing to do.
It's the right
Yeah.
thing to do. Please, yes. So please already do the math for us, or just use marijuana as a way to explain how heavy things are too, because that Dawson will understand that unit as well. All right. 150 kilos of meat. You guys heard. So he says, this year we even raised $3,600, I'm guessing AU, for our local church and multiple sclerosis charities. Now, I'm
I
thinking...
like how Chris just threw shade at the amount of money that was raised. Just downgrade. I'm guessing it's Australian money, not real money.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not saying Australian money isn't real money. I'm just saying I because there's a
Not as
dollar
valuable
sign.
as American dollars.
I'm-
USA. I'm World War winners.
Do that. But
Yeah, I'm also going to need you guys who write these emails to translate into our currency.
yeah, please, please
Put everything
calibrate.
in. We want all emails in U.S. dollars.
Oh, maybe he
and
did. I said I'm
pounds.
guessing. Maybe he did.
There are 16 ounces in a pound.
So this year, I didn't even know that. I did. This year, we even raised $3,600 for our local church and multiple sclerosis charities.
Good job.
Yeah. Does that mean there are more
Good
than
job.
one sclerosis charity? And he says, just thought I'd share that the Watercooler did this. So,
Right on.
and he posted pictures, and there's like pictures of just a huge crowd. And yeah, so this thing is growing, and it's become like a huge thing in the community. And guys, we made a difference all the way in Australia.
Hell yeah.
Crazy to think about.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
So thanks, Jackoff. I'm not that Jakov. JAKOV, guys.
I feel like you have not been pronouncing it like it's spelled with a V, Chris.
Yeah, I feel like that was a hard F
I feel like it'd be
at the end there.
Duck
You
off.
know, I don't think you put
This
the
sucks,
effort into
'cause
saying
you wanna
jack
know
off.
the worst part is? It's funny to you guys, but he's like, I get this all the time. I didn't name myself. This sucks. Like, yeah, I've heard that one before.
Well, I mean, you could just go by Jack,
True.
right? I mean, it's
Good
there.
point.
That's half of your name.
No,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Well, anyway, I just love that. So I, just
I
wanna read
think
that
I think
comment.
it's a joke. I don't think that's his real name.
I don't know. It's Facebook. You got to be real on Facebook. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, and I'm Dos Angeles. And people who don't know me go, "Hello, Mr. Angeles," or "Hello, Dos." You know.
What? Yeah. You're branding yourself, so it's fine. All right. Matt did submit a This Is How You Remind Me for this episode, which I want to get into. So I will leave it to Matt to explain after we play the super sweet intro inspired by Nickelback.
This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of the podcast we have.
Not like you. Stay sorry. I was waiting on a different story. The 17 for leaving your heart was breaking, and I've been wrong. I've been down.
Don't
Oh, I
start.
gotta
You're
hear
gonna
that
get us
song
all
now.
right.
Fuck.
All right. So this one was submitted to me via X by at Mr. Wonderphil.
Because there's a couple different ways to write in then. That's your number
Well, I
three right
really
there.
would prefer if people would just fucking post in the Facebook group. And to that point, I also would prefer if they use the correct time code because this
Well, the problem is that the time codes are
they're very different.
In different countries,
ads are
maybe.
in
I
there,
know,
right?
I know. All I'm saying is that I started roughly a few minutes before the suggested time code, and I listened to this episode for an hour, and I did not hear what the clip was. Now, it was fun to listen to, but I'm just saying I had to then select a clip to play because I said I listened to our show for a fucking hour. I better have something to show for this. So this is from episode 7.
Whoa.
Going back to January 2016. So Nick Davis's voice you will hear here, although it is mostly just Chris's voice. It's a little bit long. It's a story that Chris told back in the early days, and
Dude, this is a clip from President Obama's presidency. That's wild.
So I'm going to set it up quickly because it is a slightly longer clip. But this is Chris retelling the story of when he lived in an apartment and had a downstairs neighbor who first complained about Chris playing music, then complained about Chris finger picking very quietly on his guitar because he was trying to be a polite neighbor and not play music. And then this neighbor shows up a third time and invades Chris's personal space in a way that it'll make your blood boil the way that it did for me back in 2016.
It's a traumatizing day. Here we go.
All right, let's hear it.
And the third time he comes up, what is that? And I said, I'm straight up just turning pages on my magazine that I'm reading in the living room. And he says, no, I hear moaning. What are you talking about?
I'm laying it down.
And then he says, do you have a girl in there or something? And I say, no, no, I'm here by myself. I'm literally just sitting on that couch flipping a magazine.
See, you've told this story before, and I legitimately, every time you tell it, think more and more that this dude was trying to see if you wanted to hook up.
Or a magazine is his pet name for his girl.
He still comes up about once a month. So
this is just adding to my fucking question about does he want to hook up, because he took 3 swings in one day,
his shorts
and now
are
he's
getting
coming
higher.
up once a month going like, what's up?
Yeah. Well,
he was hoping you're like, oh, no, I'm not even into
girls. It is for the human contact. But
Chris, you have a mirror. You know what's going on there.
Hey,
Can you blame him?
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him
Have
either.
you seen me flex my biceps? All right, so he comes up and he asks if I have a girl moaning, and I say, no, there's nobody. He's like, I hear you having sex. I hear you. Are you watching porn? And he looks and he sees my computer on my table there, and he says, you're watching porn on there, aren't you? And he starts stepping in to go look to see if I'm looking at porn. And I stop him at the door and I say, hey man, what are you doing?
We don't watch porn at your house, bro.
I definitely am not watching porn. And he says, oh no, I can hear it. I can hear you watching porn, and all the girls just moaning, oh, oh. And he starts moaning, and like I just see like the blinds of my neighbor's windows just flipping down, like what's going on in there? And he starts making this huge deal, and I'm just heated. I just say, hey, go away. And since then, about once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month, he says, I hear your TV, turn it down. I hear you.
Does he walk upstairs to do this?
Are you drumming on your coffee table? I can hear that.
Does he walk upstairs to do this?
Yes.
Do you have hardwood floors or carpet?
Carpet.
Okay. This guy's trying to fuck you, Chris.
So long story short, we had sex, and it was first off, thanks for that clip, Matt, and that guy.
Thank at Mr. Wonderfil for the wrong time code, because I don't know if I would have heard that story otherwise.
So
thanks, Matt.
I think
Good
about this
button.
every once. It was that guy, like, he ruined he lived below me for about 2 years after that incident, right? And it was like I would walk silently as silently I could in socks everywhere.
Yeah, you dread going home.
I hated going
dread
home, and I
being
hated
at home.
like any noise
Yeah.
I made. It's like he was waiting for me to come up and complain, and he was the worst. He was just the worst. I had to watch TV on low with subtitles on. I couldn't even enjoy my own space because
Well,
this
you've
guy,
come a long way since then. Congratulations.
I mean, like, at
And-
some point, do you just stop answering the door? Like,
Ugh.
did you just answer it every time? Be like, okay. Like, don't you just
well,
just let him
you
fucking
just do
go
like
at
the
some point?
okay, and then you turn down the producer fader, Dawson knows, and then just and go about your day. Now, the weird part of that is when I finally move out and I leave that place, I've packed everything up. I'm on my last trip getting out of there, so I've turned in the key and I am now leaving, and I will never be back there again. He's waiting outside for me, and I'm driving out of the driveway, and he stops me, and I roll down the window, and go, yeah, and he's like, are you moving away? And I say, yeah. I was like, oh, where are you going? And he's like, oh, so where do you work? What do you do? We don't
Now he wants to have a talk.
He's just being the nicest guy, like the most chill dude. And I was like, this is insane. You're an insane man. You're insane. But yeah, so we hung out. We've been hanging out a few times after that.
Good.
Yeah, we're like, he was best man at my wedding, and we've lived happily ever after. No, I mean I've never seen him again, and but I do think about just what a crazy guy was. He
That's just wild that he went up to he was going to go up to your computer and prove that you had porn on.
He stuck his foot in the he was trying to walk in my apartment, and he insulted my guitar playing. Like, not only was I being loud, but he's like, "Hey, I'm a musician. I play piano. You're terrible." He's like, "You're just playing the same chords over and over again." And then
I mean, all respect to Billy Joel, but if you play piano, I'm not a lot of people who play piano I would classify as musicians.
Shots fired.
Dang, dude.
Just saying.
For the piano player, I completely disagree. And I hope you're enjoying your
controversial
Yamaha.
take. I stand by it.
And he starts mocking me like in the doorway of like playing a guitar, and I believe his impression was this: "You sound like this," and just air guitaring, and
that was a bit more than air guitar.
Oh my god!
Everyone's a critic.
That one hurt. This guy. So you've re-traumatized.
Sorry to
me.
re-traumatize you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
happening
sorry.
again. But yeah, fun neighbor, fun guy. After that, real cool. Anyway, that was just to say, remind me. All right, why don't we go around the horn, get our plugs in, and start some Patreon recording. And because we got Flickins, we got Shays. I mean, I just read Final Destination Bloodlines.
You better not spoil it.
Spoiling. I got some stuff to talk about. So, speaking of spoilers too, Dawson has to explain himself to Gary. So we will talk about that during Patreon, and I'll go around the horn. So, Kaylin, what do you want to plug before you get out of here?
Just Fooling About, me and my dad's podcast. Released an episode today where he talks about getting killed, his character getting killed in Alien 3. And that includes a phone call with director David Fincher in which he told him to go fuck himself. So
Wait, who told who?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, clarify that.
My dad told David Fincher to go fuck himself. This was long before, he was the guy who directed Seven and The Social Network and won Academy Awards. But that definitely did happen. So if you want to listen to that story, go check out our episode this week.
Was your dad in Seven or Social Network?
That would have been fun. I don't know if he would have fit into The Social Network as much as Seven. But
hey, college kids.
The whole telling people to fuck off really runs in the Bean bloodline.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
true.
Kaylin.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's not your fault, Kaylin.
Yeah.
It's your instinct. It's your natural.
Damn it, Dad.
instinct. It's what beans do.
Yeah.
All right. Just fooling about, everybody. Matt, what about you?
I would say check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. It's $5 a month. And listen, here's what I'm saying. Just try for 1 month. If you don't like it, then stop. But just try for 1 month. We're not asking for more than $5.
See,
You
Matt's
probably
doing
won't like it. You probably won't even want to go for more than 1 month.
Matt's doing so many tactics right now. He's using so many First, he started with just do 1 month, hoping that they'll just forget, and they just stay subscribed. And then he abandoned it and just went straight to reverse psychology. He's a marketing genius.
Well, I'll piggyback on that. Speaking of Patreon, there is going to be another movie club coming up. And it is my pick, and I forgot that I had selected the movie before we started this episode. So, as you all are aware, I am very fond of this video game called Helldivers. It's a great video game in which you just blast aliens, and specifically alien bugs, off of an alien world.
Yes.
And we are reverting back to the classic where it all started. The movie that I compare Helldivers to, it is Starship Troopers.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. There's
Do
some
you
hand
wanna know
trauma
more?
in that, but I've seen it. Straight just
There's some trauma in that.
a knife through the palm. Dude, and I saw that movie in theaters, and I don't. What year did that come out?
1995.
97?
1997.
1997. So I was like 11 years old, and I saw that in theaters, and it changed me.
I remember.
Well, yeah, the boobies.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I
what I'm
should
saying.
maybe I
On
should
the
save that
big
story for
screen. Yeah, let's talk about Patreon. Oh, we can
I got a
talk about
story.
it.
I'm
I got a story
unclear.
of the first time I watched it, probably around 1997 or 8 as well, when I was only like 7 or 8 years old. So
Just changes you. All right, so Starship, good movie,
Fancy.
good pick, Kaylin. I'm excited. Now Dawson, so about you.
I'm at the Ice House, June 21st. Show's called Home by 9, so it's an early show on a Saturday night. And you can get tickets at the Ice House website, or you can follow me at Los Angeles, which you guys already know.
Yeah, just follow him at his name. And then Gary. Oh my God, Gary, what can we plug for you?
I would like to plug friends warning friends about spoilers. I'm not entirely sure why it was specifically done to one friend and not to the other. I definitely did not almost crash my car, but yeah, look out for a friend. I mean, it's just a text. If only there's a group thread that included all of your friends and you could just send the text there.
I think that's a really good way to say it, man. I think that anger is well pushed out in the right areas, like Kaylin and Chris. For not warning you.
Kaylin. It'd be Kaylin who warned Matt specifically.
Oh, why is it me? What are you talking about?
I will explain why it's your fault in the next episode. In the next episode.
Oh, you knew it was coming. You already knew it.
Hey, guys.
I had no idea it was coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
I don't know what either of you are talking about, and I don't like it.
I'll explain the next episode. I'm an expert conflict mediator. I was actually in the conflict mediation club in high school, so I know how to handle this.
Wow, geez, leave some pussy for the rest of us, bro.
Respect on
Wow.
Club. Jesus.
Wow.
I don't have time for anything.
It was fun. It was after, it's not like we did it during school. It was after school. We'd stuck around for an extra 2 hours after school and do it. It wasn't like, so I still learned everything. All right. So I will.
You got that CMC tattoo on your arm, right?
Right
That's
here,
what
baby.
that's for. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to mediate some conflicts in the next Patreon episode. So make sure to subscribe. And for me, check me out at Marina Wine first Saturday of every month. We love you. Goodbye.